What's up, guys? It's your boy Swills here, and today it's my second video of the day. If you haven't checked out my first one, I highly recommend you check it out. It's my beef and broccoli review video. Quite crazy, right? But today we're going to be looking at the Canelo Alvarez versus Callum Smith middleweight boxing fight. Now, this was a clinic. This was a boxing clinic. Canelo Alvarez, obviously his only loss in his career came to Floyd Mayweather. He dominated so many of his opponents. Callum Smith, yeah, he's a great fighter, but I think he was just tactically outmatched. Now, going into this fight, I thought Callum Smith was an outsider of a chance. I thought if he used his long jab effectively, kept Canelo at range, and then really worked on his defense, kept his guard, and I thought he could have been able to ride out, perhaps get a split decision or a unanimous decision if he could really fight. But I mean, I think his plan was just not good at all. First of all, the big thing I was seeing, his punches were so weak. He was pulling so many of his punches that he wasn't putting any power behind them, no emphasis, and he was just kind of, stiff jabbing a lot. None of them really went through Canelo. And I thought that was really what cost him the early rounds, is instead of really putting something behind, he wasn't throwing any combos. He was just throwing a jab, and then he was doing his right uppercut, and he would do his left hook. That's all he was doing. He wasn't throwing any combos, and that's what cost him the fight, I think. I think Canelo beat up on his body, gassed him out pretty early, and then it wasn't until the mid-rounds where he really started to pick up at least somewhat, probably because his trainer told him so. He started putting together some combos, got some nice hits off, but nothing that really troubled Canelo at all. Canelo's going to take this paycheck and he's going to go home. He's going to have a hot shower. He's not even going to have a cold shower because he won't be sore after this one. Canelo was fantastic. He was walking Callum Smith down, showing him absolutely no respect, just continuing tracking him down, giving him no room to breathe, constantly breaking Smith's guard with the stiff right. He was throwing shots at the body, left, right, and center. He was such a high percentage of his shots landed at Smith. Smith couldn't do anything about it. And I'm not sure Canelo was really looking to go for a cold knockout. He didn't really throw any crazy. He threw a couple crazy shots. One of the mid rounds, I want to say, maybe the third or fourth, he came out with a huge throw right hand at the beginning of the round. Why, out of nowhere. But I don't really think he was going crazy trying to knock him out. He kind of just knew he was going to punish him, go for the win. If a TKO happens, so be it. But it didn't look like he was going to try and throw himself and take a risk at being knocked out himself. So props to Canelo. Fantastic victory for him. He's now a 3-division champion, I believe, at 3 different weight classes. What's next for Canelo? I mean, he's fought almost everybody at this point. Maybe Caleb Plant in the summer. That could be a fight somewhere around June, July. Caleb Plant for his belt. Billy Joe Saunders, he's not very... He hasn't been impressive. I don't think that's worth the time. Canelo, I think Caleb Plant's the fight for him, really. I think that's the fight to go for. For Callum Smith, I think it's just back to the drawing board. Build up, get some more experience, perhaps change your fighting style a little bit to something a bit more technical, a bit more in terms of combinations. But other than that, just a dominant performance by Canelo. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think is next for both of these fighters? And subscribe and like the video if you are new. I do boxing videos quite often whenever there's a big fight, so I highly recommend you check out the other ones that I have. But anyways, I'll see you guys. Take care and peace.